You know, I always start the project before I remember to get the camera and turn it on to show you what is going on. So I am in the field here with the 7120 hooked to the bush hog. I've got a friend that's been bush hogging corn stalks for me, but yesterday evening about 6 o'clock he called me. I was sitting on the can and he said, Houston, we got a problem. He said, I have no power steering. The transmission or hydraulic pressure light has come on. It's not good. And so then he told me one other small issue he had noticed the day before. And I said, yeah, you've got a hole somewhere in a hydraulic line. You've lost hydraulic fluid. So while he's on the phone with me, he gets off and he starts looking for leaks. And what he found was one of the steering lines coming off of the pump here. He traced it down here to the frame, and which one is it now? This one back behind here has a hole in it. It must have been rubbing on something right behind there. So I have got the wrenches up here. I've got some cardboard. I'm going to try to pull this line off, but what is giving me the problem is up here on this fitting. They're rusted up a little bit, and so I've got some penetrant on there right now, giving it a little time to soak. Those lines go all the way down here to the cylinder. So while I'm here, I think I'm going to replace both lines, because I'm noticing this line here that crosses over to the other side. We've got some fraying there. Looks like something was put on here to keep it from rubbing. So I'm just going to do preventative maintenance here and go ahead and replace both of these lines while I'm here. So yeah, these are not a problem, getting these two off of here. But yeah, those are giving me a little bit of a problem. And it's just a little bit misting, drizzle, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of, I woke up this morning to haul a load of soybeans, walked out, and it was just like this, actually a little heavier. I was not expecting that today. So it's kind of been like this all day, off and on with this drizzle. But let me get these lines off of here, and hopefully these are not specialized ends, that I can go to my local hydraulic hose person and get these lines made up. So fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best here. Okay. All right, there's one of them. That may have been the easy one because that wrench went around to hit the muffler to give me something solid. And Yeah, that's not going to do that. Man, how am I going to do this? Okay, because that is got so much rust on it, the swivel is not swiveling. It wants to twist the whole hose, so I better go underneath and undo the other end so the whole hose can twist. Okay, they're off. Now let me just fish this other one through here and get it out. Well, I don't see the obvious hole, but I do see places here that it was rubbing, and there are a few cracks in it. But I think that's the only hydraulic hose going through there. Okay, the steering hose may have been leaking, but I don't think that was the culprit, because when I walk around here, I see this here hanging down, and it has broken off of here. So I think that was the culprit of losing hydraulic pressure. But let me get some wrenches and take that off. That darn snow and salt, it's rusting everything up. Okay, because of the rust on this hose broke right out of the swivel here, and I cannot get this off here in the field. I need to go down to the shop, put this in the vise, and then turn this nut off of here to get it off of the elbow. But yeah, it's rusted on there pretty darn good. But yep, it just broke right out of there. My guess is it caught a corn stalk because of the way this was hanging down on the side of the tractor. And, you know, we had to cut, well, we didn't have to, but I did. I cut these, I shelled this corn really high because the ears were up to about my nose. So I didn't have to put the header down on the ground. So that means the corn stalks that were left were probably sticking up 18 inches or more. And that's enough to grab something under the tractor there. And I think that's what happened here. A corn stalk grabbed that hose and broke it right off of there. But anyway, I've got to go get a new one. Hopefully my dealer has the ends that he can just make a hose up, so I don't have to order it directly from Case. And as I said, I think one of these had a pinhole in it, but wasn't bad enough to cause all of the fluid to leak out of there. But while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and replace both of them. $205 worth of new hoses and $193 in hydraulic fluid, and hopefully that's enough to get the old girl going again and make her happy. So let me get these hoses on here, put the hydraulic oil in, and see if that's all she needs. Would it have been wrong of me to connect those opposite of what they should be, just to screw with my buddy? And he would get in the tractor and turn it the way he thought it should go, but it goes the other way. Oh man, that's what I should have done. I could have had fun with that one. All right, those two are on. And now let's go back here to this one. Okay, there we go. And the next hose I'm going to have to replace is this main hose here. It's I see it dripping. All right, I think we're ready to add hydraulic oil to it and see if there's any leaks. This hose, I'm not sure about that one if I have it tight enough. That one was just hard to unscrew and screw up the entire time. So that one may leak, but let's put some oil in it and see what happens. There's one bucket. I doubt that 5 gallons is even going to make it touch the stick, but let's find out just for the heck of it. Wow, maybe just barely touching the stick. Yeah, I need a couple more gallons, but I don't have it. But it's enough to start it and see if it's gonna, see if my leaks are fixed. Okay, let me put a zip tie back on all of this. All right, let's see if you get soaked with oil. I'm going to be inside, so I'm not going to get soaked, but if it's going to leak, it's going to be this fitting right here. Oh, I see something leaking over here. All right. That hose has got to be replaced right now. Yep. Oh, man. I wanted to wait until I got back to the shop because I don't have large wrenches here, and I was thinking I was going to move this tire, jack it up and move the tire out in order to get a wrench in here to turn everything, and along with the one up there, but it looks like I got to do it here in the field. Man, bummer. And I don't have wrenches that big up here. Okay, I have got that hose off of there, and I did not have to use the jacks. I did not have to move the tire out of my way. But this one here was difficult. The other end up underneath there was not that bad, the one on top of the pump. But this one down here on the filter was difficult because this filter bracket is broken, so there was nothing solid there to hold that in order for me to turn the wrench. So I put the big adjustable wrench up here against the tire, and then I was able to get some leverage and pull that nut towards me to loosen that hose. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So hopefully I will have the new hose here tomorrow. I'm going to go up and get 2 more buckets of hydraulic oil to put in this. I've got a new filter coming here. I've got to figure out how to put that back up there. I've got an idea with a U-bolt. I might be able to put a U-bolt up there. Otherwise, these bolts have broke off inside of that filter mount, so I'd have to buy the whole filter mount to mount it back right, and I don't know that I want to do that. So I think I'm going to try a U-bolt, maybe a 2.5-inch U-bolt to go around here and back up around that bracket to hold that on there. Because now I need leverage in order to get this filter off of here. I've put a pipe wrench on it and tried it, but I don't have any leverage to hold it in place to twist that off, and I don't want to. It's a steel line behind there that goes up and goes, where does that go? I think into the pump, and I don't want to break that steel line behind there, so I've got to come up with a plan B. Okay, let me, as I said, go get a couple more buckets of hydraulic fluid and have that ready, and hopefully that hose gets here tomorrow afternoon. Fingers crossed. And as you can see, it's still cloudy. The sun was supposed to be out by this afternoon, but here it is 3:45, and yeah, there's still no sun out, so nobody's cutting any soybeans today. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day, supposed to be in the 80s, I believe. So we'll see.